Okay, Oregon PCT day 11. I can't remember when last I filmed. I think near Thielsen, maybe that little chipmunk. Let's see, just more views of Thielsen. Went down to Thielsen Creek. It was this big long creek that runs down glacier fed from up at Thielsen, and really cold, really good tasting water, filtered there. It was all in the shade though. There's a breeze that runs kind of down that canyon, so it was freezing while I was filtering. And one of those situations, like I said before, where you're super hot and you're like, oh, I'm gonna dip my head in this water, and then you get down there and it's shaded, windy. Like, no, but I think I'm on day five or six now without a shower. I just feel so, everything is dusty and sticky and sunscreen and grimy. And so filled my water bottles, stood in the sunniest place I could find, and then just doused myself with water as much as I could. Tried to wash my legs off without running too much water down into my socks. I don't want to get my socks wet, especially with it starting to get later in the day. Not enough sunshine to dry me out, so I'm trying to wash my legs off and arms and hair as much as I can. It's just so thick and nasty. So now my legs aren't clean, they're just mud streaked down there, because you have nothing to wipe it completely off with. So, but it felt nice. It was cold for a little bit on my hands, but got walking in the sun, I was fine. And a few more miles, took a picture of it, I'll throw it on there, the high point of the PCT in Oregon and Washington, which is like in a weird random spot. And then hiked down a couple more miles. I found this really cool campsite, kind of like on a cliff edge, or multiple campsites. A bunch of other PCT through hikers already camping there. They were super nice and friendly, and camp with us tonight or whatever, so that was cool. And I set up with them and just getting to listen for like a couple hours to all their stories, because they've done the whole shebang. Both little groups were northbound, and then some of the same people that we've met and seen, and a lot of stories that I haven't heard anything about, or a lot of the rumors are that trail hitches are hard this year and trail magic is very infrequent, and they said a lot of that's just talk, that there's still a good amount of people on trail. They've had no problem getting hitches, and yes, there might be a little bit less trail magic, but it's all been really amazing when it's shown up. Plus the water caches, which are the main thing. I ran into one yesterday. Supposed to be one up here at Wendigo Pass. They're just huge, and people to still do that even in a funky year like this is pretty cool. So anyway, stayed the night up there. It got a little windy, a little cold, but nothing too bad. They all got up at around 5 and headed out at I think by 6 they were all gone, and then I shortly followed. I think it's 6:30 or so. The plan today is it's 16 miles to Wendigo Pass, and at Wendigo Pass you can come off the PCT, follow that road a little bit, and get to the Skyline Alternate, PCT Alternate Trail, which I think I'm going to do because I've already done that section of the PCT a couple years ago on just a little day hike. I did the Skyline Alternate, went to Crescent Lake, crossed over to Summit Lake on this dirt road, and then did up the PCT back to Shelter Cove. So I pretty much, once I get to Wendigo Pass, I've done that portion of the PCT before, and I've done some of that alternate, the Skyline Alternate, and it's a little bit smoother terrain, not as much elevation, and there's water throughout, versus not so much on the other side. And the other side, the Diamond Peak side, that's where I experienced the most mosquitoes ever. I don't think they would be here now, because if that were the case, we'd already be experiencing them here. But just in case, why not avoid it? Plus, I think it's a little bit shorter that way anyway. And I'm trying to get as close to Shelter Cove today as possible, because my friend is meeting me, or getting dropped off at Shelter Cove tomorrow, and then he's supposed to come down the trail to meet me if I'm not there already. So I don't know exactly how long the Skyline Trail is, and if it's possible to, like I said, 16 miles to Wendigo Pass. From there to Shelter Cove, how many miles is it? Is it 10? If it's 10 or 11, with a really long day, I could make it, because I got a bunch of stuff I need to do, even if he's there. I heard there's nice showers, new showers. That's happening. Laundry has to happen. Or they got burgers and shakes and fries and all that. That's happening. I need a small resupply of a few things. That's happening. And since we don't have to do crazy killer miles if we leave Friday night, there's no reason, if I get in early Friday morning, tomorrow morning, there's no reason I can't take a good couple hour long rest there on top of doing all that stuff too. So he'll just have to hang out and wait. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna try to put pedal to the metal to get this first 16 done. I know that sounds crazy. Probably take a break at 8. Because the earlier I get to Wendigo Pass, the earlier I start the Skyline Trail, the better I can judge how far I can go down that trail. So I don't want to be hiking into the night. Or hike all the way to Shelter Cove and have everything closed when I get there. Like, what's the point? So if I could get within a few early morning miles tomorrow of getting to Shelter Cove, and maybe, I don't know what time he's going to be there, maybe I could beat him there and get a jump start on some of the things I need to get done and rest up, and that way we could head out a little bit earlier on Friday, because the more miles we do early when he's got the most amount of energy to do it, probably the better. And then some shorter mileage days getting into Elk Lake where he's gonna get picked up. So that's the plan. I have noticed that a lot of the videos are a lot shorter. It's like the second half of the day I'm just pedal to the metal. I'm not stopping to take videos and take a few pictures here and there of the big stuff, but I'm not just sharing thoughts or whatever, because I'm not thinking much. I'm just go, go, go. So it's kind of the nature of it. I didn't intend any of these to be super, super long, because I know some of those can get, the problem is that even the short ones, the majority is just me talking, or filming me, which is not my favorite either. So I don't know, not quite halfway there, so I still got time to get a little better. And I feel like once I've got, if my friend comes with me, if my dad hikes with me, slower days, you got a little more time. You know, you're setting up camp at like 2, you get the whole rest of the night, take some more pictures, do some more filming, you know, share some more thoughts, maybe even go through the gear I have and setting up my tent and water filtering and whatever. But right now it's just miles to make it possible for people to hike with me if that's what they want to do. So yeah, so the videos are gonna be a little shorter, but it is the reality of what I'm doing. Okay, onward. Okay, long day. Let's see, I think I'm close to, oh yeah, I'm over that. Over 20 miles for the day at about mile 16. I think I said I got to Wendigo Pass. There's a water cache there, met a bunch of hikers hiding in the shade of like 1 or 2 trees. Everyone refilled up on water. Some awesome trail angels left all kinds of stuff, like there's a tote full of just mosquito repellent stuff. There's like a tote full of just chargers and charger cables. There's a tote full of like medicine and glucotape and sport cream and Gold Bond and all that kind of stuff. There was a tote of solar chargers that are constantly being refilled to sit out in the sun. So someone did a heck of a nice job setting that up and then upping it, because I've seen that in previous years too. Anyway, from there, waited there, talked to the guys for, I don't know, about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Super fun, super nice guys, all of them through hiking, so they just have amazing stories of the Sierras and their trail names and just funny stories, so that's always fun. So they were all headed up the PCT. I guess there's quite a big elevation gain from when I go past towards Summit Lake, and then even more up by Diamond Peak. And I took the Skyline Alternate trail because I've already done that section of the PCT. I think I might have already said this all this morning. So you go down the road at Wendigo Pass and you find the PCT Skyline Alternate. It's not marked as that, it's marked as something else, but if you have the half-mile app, then it'll guide you right to it and then keep you on it, 'cause there's a lot of other spur trails off of it. So I'm not sure, you can kind of see out through there. There's a pond, a lake, or hard to say in Oregon. But there now has been a sprinkling of mosquitoes, which I figured next to the water. I didn't know what to tell the guys about the Diamond Peak on the PCT, because when I went early July a couple years ago, mosquitoes like I'd never seen. Now, I wouldn't think that this late, if we weren't seeing them already down at Wendigo Pass, that getting any higher would make a difference. But there is a lot of ponds and, I don't know, bogs and marshes type thing way up high there, or in and around Diamond Peak. So hopefully they don't run into any of that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm thinking Crescent Lake is the plan. Still another 4 miles, I think, away. So it's going to be a long day. I haven't done the exact mileage, but like a 26 or more. I'll have to see when I get to camp tonight. My thought for Crescent Lake is I've been through there before. There's like a horse camp there with a bunch of campsites. I don't know if that's free or if it's like a $5 fee. If it is, that's not bad, considering I got in late to Crater Lake and didn't have to pay a fee there. So I can drop $5 if there's good sites. And I think there's a bathroom there. And I know there's a running water spigot, which would be so nice to just clean off. I'm gonna get a shower tomorrow at Shelter Cove, just to rinse off. The other thing I'm thinking is maybe rinse the shoes out. They're just so full of dust. I haven't washed them since I started, and then wash the socks out. If I get in early enough, let them hang in the sun if there's still sun. If not, worst case scenario, they're not perfectly dry by the morning. And I can do, I think from Crescent into Shelter Cove is like 6 miles. I can do 6 miles with a little bit of damp stuff, just because they're just so gross to put on, and the dust flies off and you can't bat enough dust out of them. And they're all going to get washed in theory at Shelter Cove anyway. I guess that's a backup plan too. If for some reason Shelter Cove's laundry and showers aren't in service like Crater Lakes was because of COVID, then at least I will have done that. Which I could probably just do the same, at least at Shelter Cove, rinse them out or something in the lake, worst case scenario. So anyway, that's the rough plan. It puts me 6 miles out in the morning, which is, wish it was a little bit closer, but it's just been such a long day. And this last section has been, as you can see, a little more exposed, of course, in the heat of the day. I gotta work going forward at planning those better. I'm telling you right now, the lava fields and sisters, I'm camping right before them, and I'm hitting them first thing in the morning, because I did them late August, early September 2 years ago, and it's brutal enough. Just in normal weather, it was overcast. I'm not doing it this 3 and 4 o'clock sunshine on an 80 or 90 degree day. That's just torture. So anyway, it's gotten a lot hotter. This morning was so cool. Miles came quick. Everything was great. And then about 1 o'clock or so, it really started getting warm. And then it's just increased. Yeah, the mosquitoes are definitely out. So I think I'm happy with Crescent Lake. It's still 6 miles. So if I want to get in, I can get in for breakfast around 8. I'm up around 6, maybe 5:30. Should be no problem. There's a bunch of hikers. Like I said, there's 3 guys at Wendigo. There's a couple that I think is taking the alternate, like me coming in behind. Not to mention who might already be at Shelter Cove or got there today. I might be taking a 0. So the earlier I kind of get there, I don't know what the laundry situation is, if it's like 1 washer, 1 dryer, and there's kind of like a line. As much as I want to take a good day rest there, I would like to get out. If my friend shows up, I would like to get out and get at least to the Maiden Peak shelter, which I think is 8 miles. So we can't be leaving too late, but definitely breakfast, definitely all the chores that need done. And then they have I don't know if they still have it, but I saw it a couple of years ago, PCT burger. It's supposed to be really good, so I'd like to at least stay for lunch. Plus I heard they have shakes, which means they probably have root beer floats. So, holy cow, I'm gonna be packed full leaving there. And I think I'm gonna resupply a little bit bigger food-wise, because I'm gonna be slowing down in miles, a little more downtime. Yeah, so that's the plan. Hopefully we're getting close to 3 miles there, because I am beat. Hopefully it also has service. That was the other thing. If Crescent Lake doesn't have service, I might go a little bit further to see if I can get it. But yeah, I don't know how much I legitimately have in me. There's really nothing. I mean, there might be campsites. There's really nothing major between Crescent and then I think it's Diamond View Lake. It's right near Odell. There's some little ponds in between there, but I don't know about campsites. So I don't want to go too crazy. Plus it'd be nice to soak my feet in a lake if I get there soon enough. So Crescent I'll definitely get to soon enough. If I tried to push further, I don't know if I'd have time for that, or if the quality of the water might just be a pond if I don't get all the way to Diamond View Lake. Okay, so that's the plan. I might video again tonight, or I might just be exhausted and see you guys bright and early in the morning. If anything major happens, maybe throw in a picture of Crescent Lake if I go down to it, or the campsite or something. Besides that, I'll probably talk to you in the morning. So I was walking the Skyline Trail, got to the road, a little bit of a road walk, and this white truck pulls up. Ask my PCT hiker, say I am, ask if I want a place to stay at the horse camp for the night. I was like, sure. They told me to hop in. They probably saved me about 2 to 3 miles of a road walk. It's a nice place. I get to camp for free. Super nice people. So I'm just walking down to Crescent Lake from there. It's a short-ish walk. See if I can't get my feet into the water.